Number 5, I kind of briefly mentioned about number 5 yesterday. If there's parentheses, we are distributing. So even though we don't see a number in front here, all we see is a minus sign. What number are we actually distributing on the left side? 1. More specifically, a -1, right? We're taking this -1 and we're giving it to the p and the -6. So -1 times p minus -1 times 6. And again, whatever sign we've got inside the parentheses, we want to drop that down. Okay, when we're multiplying, it'll make our lives a lot easier, less confusing if we do that. -1 times p, that's just -1p. I'm going to keep the 1 in front here because of our last step. Now what happens when I have two minus signs right next to each other like this? What do those two minus signs make? A plus. A big old positive. 6 equals 0. Alright, I'm going to subtract my 6 now. What's 0 minus 6 equal to? Just 6? -6, right? If I start at 0 on the number line and I subtract 6, I'm going 6 spaces to the left, landing me at -6. Am I done? Is that my answer? No? What do I need to do now? Divide by -1, exactly. My negatives cancel out, and p is equal to what? Positive 6. There you go. Great job. Positive 6. If we drop down to number 8. Now number 8, I'm going to distribute my 2. Alright, so I get 2b minus 8 minus 2 equals 3. Right, what do I want to do now? What's that? Okay, combine these like terms. Good. -10 equals 3. What now? Maybe add 10 to both sides, right? I get 2b equals 13. And then I divide by 2. And can I simplify 13 over 2 at all? No. I get 13 over 2. Is that what you got for number 8, 13 over 2? Yeah? No? Yeah? No? No, you didn't? What did you get? 6. Well, that sounds more right than mine. Well, what did I do wrong? I thought I distributed, I subtracted the 10, I divided by 2. What did I do wrong? I definitely did something wrong.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong?
-2.
The -2 right here?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
That's -1.
Should be -1? Samaya, what did you say? What did I do wrong?
It should be -4 when you don't have to multiply 2 by
Oh, so I shouldn't have multiplied 2 by the -1? Why not?
It's not in the parentheses.
It's not inside the parentheses. Exactly. But look at that. It took us all the way down here to figure out that something was wrong because I was so confident about my steps that I just breezed right through it. But after taking a second look, we see, oh wait, this -1, that's not inside the parentheses. So I'm not going to distribute my 2 to that. If you make that one small mistake at the beginning, even if you're doing the right steps down here, they're wrong because you're using the wrong numbers, right? So let me try that again. 2b minus 8, I'm not going to distribute to that -1. When I combine these, now I get -9. I'm going to add 9 instead of 10. 2b equals 12. Still dividing by 2, but now I get a nice clean b equals 6, just like you said. Alright, and the point of me doing that is to show you, if you don't distribute right off the bat, or correctly right off the bat, everything else is going to be wrong. So you have to be super, super careful with when we're distributing, so that we're setting ourselves up for success in the rest of the problem. Great job, those of you that got 6. Anybody else besides Nick get 6 for that one on their own? Okay, Ali did. Yeah, Jackson, Samaya? Okay, Princess, yeah, okay. All right. All right, a couple on the back I want to talk about. 13, of course, was a little bit odd, but most of you guys got it on your own, which is great to see. But for number 13, I'm going to distribute this 5 to the 5n and to the 1. 5 times 5n is 25n. 5 times 1 is 5. Equals 5 minus n. Now, I'm going to follow the same process I always do. I'm going to bring my letter to the left. So minus n is going to get added to both sides. What's 25n plus another n? What does that make? How many n's is that in total now? 25? 26. That's right. That little solo n's got a 1 in front. So if we add 25 plus 1, you get 26. What do I do with that plus 5 now? Minus it. We're going to subtract it over. What's 5 minus 5? 0. So what this equation now says is 26 times what equals 0? Well, the only way that we could equal 0 is if we're multiplying by 0. So if I divide both sides by 26, anytime we have 0 over a number, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way a million. It could be 0 over 7 billion. It's always going to equal 0. Exactly right. So a lot of times 0 can be kind of tricky for us. If we're multiplying by 0, or if 0 is being divided by any number at all, we're going to equal 0. 10 times out of 10. For number 14, this one I don't think is too crazy, but let's see. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times v is 6v. I'm going to subtract my letter to the left, giving me 2v. Bring my number to the right, giving me 14. And I'll divide by 2 to get 7. Thumbs up if you got 7 for 14. Anyone get 7? Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Last one we're going to talk about is 16. I'm going to distribute that 2 in number 16. So I get 2 minus 6m equals negative 4m plus 2. What do I want to do now after I distribute? What's next? Bring the 4 over. So I'll add it. Good morning. Negative 6 plus 4 gives me negative 2m. Right? And what are we, what's next? Minus 2. Okay. And just like in number 13, what's 2 minus 2?
4.
2 minus 2? 0. Yeah, I know. You got that right. 0. So it's the same situation as 13. If I divide both sides by negative 2, I'm always going to get 0. All right?